Alright, hey guys, and welcome to another Blender tutorial. This is part of the quick tips today, and today what we're going to be talking about is the wireframe rendering. And not just rendering something with wireframe, but rendering a wireframe on top of a diffuse material. Now this is something that actually a lot of professional artists do, especially in demo reels. One, to show the how many, what the poly count is. So if you have a low poly model, but it looks really good and looks high poly, kind of shows that you have a lot of skill in that department. Or it's just one of those things that if you put it in a demo reel, a lot of people will think a lot higher of you and think you're a much more professional artist. But if we were to just, have two Suzannes here and one was a wire and one was not, it would actually look very odd. And I'll show you that right now. If I do this and if I render it, it's going to look very, broken up. And this is because of Z-planing, which is when two faces in 3D are in the exact same space. The computer doesn't really know which one to draw, so it'll attempt to draw one first, and then sometimes it'll draw the other one first. And so we can see here we're almost getting the effect we want, but there's one extra step we have to take. So with any default scene you have set up, you basically just take the object with your diffuse object here, and you just duplicate it, and then you'll change the material here. So in the material settings, and I'll go ahead and create a new one here. So we'll click New. We'll turn the diffuse up to 1 and the specular down to 0. Then we're going to turn the black all the way here, and these materials are just for looks, it doesn't really matter. And then we're going to go click on wire here, so now we have our wire material. And then we're going to select Z transparency, but we're not going to mess with the alpha values. Now, Z transparency selected by itself will not actually do anything to our render. If we render now, we still see we're getting those weird, odd objects, odd Z planing. But the one thing we can do here to make this better is use something called Z offset. And Z offset, Z is basically the value at which, the distance at which an object is from the camera. And it's used in 3D to make face calculations, so which face is drawn in front of the other face. So with our Z offset, if we click on this button, and it's down here in options, and we change this number to about 0.06 is what I've seen a lot of people do. And now when we hit render, you can see that our wire is actually right directly in front of it. And it's not Z planing anymore. Now you'll see in the Z map, which is over here, you don't actually see the wire difference because technically it's still in the same point. But the computer, when it draws it, is actually putting it in front of the diffuse object, which is really, really helpful. So you can make those professional renders really easily. All right, well, that does it for this tutorial. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.